Hello everyone. I know that you might notice that I have no VTuber model up right now. It's because I did not wish to VTuber model today. We still have George though. George is still here. Still chilling. As always. Um, I will explain this in a second. But thanks to my lovely boyfriend, we now have V Hand here, which still sometimes can be a little bit shaky. I don't know. It's a little weird, but we have V Hand. So it's a virtual hand that I'm gonna be using when I just don't feel like VTuber modeling. I think this is a little bit easier, and also you get some nice ASMR. Oh, I don't think the hand is very loud anymore, is it? I turned some stuff down for volume, so I bet I can. Let me just boost this up a little bit more. There you go. Now you can kind of hear it. It's a little bit of drawn. It's a little bit of ASMR. So we're gonna just be working on whatever I kind of feel like today. I know there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, so we're gonna be talking about it while I draw, hopefully. Um, but yeah, a lot of things have just been kind of happening in the background, and I kind of want to talk about it, and we'll discuss it as stream goes on. So one thing, one new thing of why I haven't been streaming for like the past 2 weeks, um, is because, well, I was dealing with a lot at at the moment, and also I had gotten a brand new PC, so I had to move a lot of stuff over. Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. So I had to move a lot of stuff over to my PC, which of course took some time. And even still, I don't feel like I have everything. So we're gonna be probably still here and there, just continuously adding a few things here and there. I do have everything for 2.0 though. I have everything in folders and stuff. They're just not on OBS right now. But there might be a point where I might be deleting everything again. I love the hand draw. Oh yeah, this is a program called V Hand that you can find on Steam. So, um, there was like a the Steam Spring Sale. So my partner got it for me, and I quickly put it together. Actually, on my actual VTuber model, I do have a pen like this that I use, so it was very appropriate. And I was like, oh, okay, so they have a feathered pen I can use. For my 2.0, well, this hand isn't gonna really work too. But yeah, so I've been working on a lot of stuff. Hold on, let me just like turn up my mic maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I've been working on stuff, but I've been having a bad mental area a little bit. I'm not gonna go into it a lot. I think it was just a lot of stuff was hitting me at once, and I needed to take a step back from some stuff. And now we're kind of like here. You might be wondering why there is a furby here. Don't worry about it. We're gonna this is an idea of a customizable model I want to do, so we're gonna kind of work on this a little bit, and then we might kind of switch over to working on this little art piece that I kind of started yesterday, because I actually haven't been drawing much art at all. Hi, Night. It's going good. It's going good. But I've been dealing with like a lot of stuff mentally and things, and it's just been very hard for me to really get into drawing and cool art. And yeah, it's still, this is work in progress. It's work in progress. but I really enjoy how it's coming out. I've been a very bad critic to myself. I've been beating myself up over really dumb stuff. Um, I've been doing some commissions for some VTuber models, and actually Furby VTuber models. That's the ones I've been mainly doing. I finished two of them for some clients, and now they're all out, and I'm happy that I'm done with them. I've also taken a step back from working on my comic in general because it just there was like a lot of stuff, and it's like I really want to focus on finishing up the last commission and then probably moving on to that later and other things. It's been a little much. And even still, like, I feel nervous to make any content or even stream now. It's gotten bad. Even streaming today, I was like, oh, everything that can go wrong will probably go wrong. And maybe things aren't gonna work out. But, you know, I'm still here. I still want to create stuff, and yeah, so we're gonna work on making this kind of customizable Furby model so people can have a more customizable. And if you want to commission me to take this custom and make it even more custom, then it's like, like I just can shake my head. This would be shaking my head. It's Furbying time. Yeah, it is. But I wanted to make like a custom one because the last one that I had made, it's been about a year since I've made actually a custom Furby model, and that one wasn't really great. Um, so I'm kind of like making a new one to just have, and I can also use this for, you know, any other bases as a base for other customizable things. Give George a little pat. I will say setting up this V hand though was very was very hard. It was a little tricky because of some things. Because you could see like it wasn't like going fully to the bottom here, and there was like some problems with it being up here, and it took me like a day to figure it out to get a fix. But I'm slowly like getting back into things. Even still, like I'm like getting I don't know. I haven't streamed in so long that I just don't really know what to do. Like the oh my gosh, the gripper model, that one was funny. I feel like a lot of people now are, when it comes to customizable models, it's either full body models or chibi models that a lot of people do for customizable. Like the Suika model, I think is really great. You know, if you have $150 lying around and you want to be a VTuber, the Suika is like really great to start. But I also, you know, I think that some people need some funnier models as well. So if I can make something kind of funny for people, I think that would be cool. The other one I kind of want to make as well is a scuff model, like an actual genuine scuff model that like a pre-made one that people can get. So, but yeah, I freaking love the grippers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you might want to upgrade that. You might want to upgrade that. I don't even remember what oh yeah, I was working on the fluffy top here. So so I made like a whole bunch of different oh my god, that looks like Mickey Mouse. Don't worry about it. That looks like Tattletale. I don't know if anyone remembers that game. It was like a horror game, Tattletale. I don't know if they ever made a sequel. They said that they were going to, but I don't think they did. I also made fluffy variants of them all. that have like fluffier ears. And then they're all gonna get this fluff in the middle here that you can choose. So right now, you can change the size of this fluff. You can change the ears. You can change how fluffy the inside of the ears are, or if you want no fluff. You can change the irises of the iris. I might even make it that you can have lashes or no lashes, because I don't know. Maybe you want to, you know, not be so fabulous. Top beak, bottom beak. We also have teeth. So there's two different versions of teeth. There's kind of fang teeth that can go over top, and then there's fang teeth on the bottom that can go over top, kind of like an orc or a vampire kind of style, or it can go underneath. And then the other one I wanted to add was a bunny one, and then of course, you know, no teeth. You can have no teeth. So those are custom abilities at hand. But we can always add more. This is like a work thing that we can work on for a while, like maybe a few months. Just like I want to plan things out first before I do it. I was even thinking about, do I want to add like poses and stuff? And I'm like, you know what? No, we're just gonna keep it as base Furby model because I think that that's funny enough. So yeah. And actually, I didn't even realize this, but when I had opened my Furby commissions, because I can turn you into a custom-made one, when I had opened those up, I completely forgot that literally in 2 months it was going to be April Fool's. So you can guess people wanted me to make custom ones for them because it was April Fool's. I can actually maybe show you the thumbnails. I'll show you the thumbnails of the showcases. I am allowed to share them. I have been allowed to share them. I will not say who, just because I will release that after they're done debuting them. I'm gonna be making their showcases probably later today, because I recorded it. I just want to you know, do all the other editing stuff. If I'm gonna be making any clips from today's stream, then it's like, well, I'm gonna be already over there editing. Also, great thing, my PC does not like using DaVinci Resolve because it is not NVIDIA. It is AMD. It is a Radeon graphics card, not an NVIDIA graphics card. And DaVinci Resolve only loves NVIDIA. And I am not a coder, so I am not touching that. Good thing I didn't get rid of my old laptop. And honestly, I was always thinking of it being like an editing laptop or just like something that I can use for other stuff. So yeah. Let me see if I have it. No. Where was the... Oh, it was in here. Do I want to show these though? I use it for editing, but it's laggy. It is laggy. I would say, honestly, I'm like sort of thinking of moving over to a acquired version of Adobe. Not to say that Adobe is any better. Like, Adobe really isn't. But it's more of the situation of like, gotta go have fun. You have a good day. Good night, sir. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I was thinking about like moving over to Adobe just because, maybe not for Photoshop, like I'm still gonna use Clip Studio, but like for editing and other purposes. Though again, Adobe is also just as laggy. So it's definitely a thing. Oh, it's definitely a thing that I kind of have to think about when it comes to certain situations, because it's like, what do you kind of want to do and where you want to go with things. And DaVinci isn't too laggy on my laptop. I think it's only when I'm doing like a big ton of stuff. But most of the projects that I do is like very small, like clips and stuff. so edited down clips, which is only like maybe a few seconds, and so on. Sleepy, hello, welcome in. You got the Uno reverse card for me. Whatever Uno reverse carding. But yeah, so there's been like a lot of things on my mind when it comes to stuff, and it is kind of annoying to go back and forth between my new PC and my laptop in order to do work. So that's not really fun, but it's kind of how it needs to be in order for it to function. So yeah. I don't hate it. I don't like it, but it's how it has to be. Until, like, maybe I get, like, an acquired or something like that, Adobe or something. Actually, I think somebody has some that I can be able to get. So, there is that. And yeah, there's plenty of other programs out there that do also pretty much about the same work. I just hated that DaVinci Resolve just does not like, write in, like, graphics cards. It only loves NVIDIA, which is so dumb. Because for some reason, it just doesn't read the graphics card. And I'm like, bro, why do you need the graphics card in order to run an editing software? And then I'm like, oh, well, I guess it's an editing software, so I guess it would need the graphics card. But I'm like, but wait a minute, but Adobe doesn't care. Adobe reads both. It doesn't need like a specific, so it's really weird. Sometimes you gotta love and you gotta hate it too. I'm like trying to remember what I wanted to add more onto this. Oh right, I wanted to add wings. That you can put wings on here. Cause I guess from commissions that I'm currently working on or have finished, some of them had wings. One of them at least did. And I was like, oh, you know what? Wings. Wings on a Furby. Why not? Why not? So, I have an idea. We actually don't need to draw both wings. We can just draw one, but I'm gonna draw both. Because I can. So let me just put it behind here. I don't know why this Furby looks so sad. It looks so sad. Well, now it looks terrifying, but hey, you know what? To each their own. But yeah, I've been kind of like working on this today, and just kind of having some fun with it, you know. Just doing what I want to do. I'm trying to like think what I want to call it. I guess I'm gonna just say webbed wings. And then I want to turn all of this down so you can kind of see it. Oh. I want to do this with my sketching. But in other news, I have been playing I've been playing Monster Hunter. I have started playing the new game. I have finished high rank. I can say that I finished high rank. I think these wings are too big. I have finished high rank. So when we play tomorrow, which we are going to be doing a little bit of a stress test on my PC with that, with running Wilds and running Stream and running all of the other stuff. I will have my model tomorrow. It's just for art streams. I'm probably not going to have it because I don't actually have a phone stand for the iPhone that I have to do the tracking. So we can't do the normal stuff that we normally do. Um, George is still gonna be over here in the corner, of course. We just aren't gonna have everything that we need in order to do the thing that I need to do. So just know that a lot of stuff here is gonna probably be turned off, and you're not gonna be able to throw anything at me, sadly. Sad. I know, big sads. But that's just gonna how it's gonna be for a while. Until I don't know when. Is that a potato? Is that a potato I see in my chat? Hello, welcome. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've streamed, but I am back. Honestly, I was like really anxious to stream. I was like really anxious to be in here. It is a potato. I knew I saw the potato. The only potato of our eyes. Yeah. But I just wanna hydrate. Hey yo, someone found the new hydrate redeem. A potato flew around my room? What do you mean a potato flew around your room? No, I'm gonna use this. It's a song. A potato flew in my room. The only song that I know is Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. That's the only one I know. You know what I think is throwing me off? It's the ears. I think it's the ears. The main theme I hear about my name. Oh my gosh. Oh. No. Oh, is this not gonna... Okay, it's gonna do that instead. I will say though, my PC is literally like right next to me, and it is very quiet compared to my laptop. I need to take a new picture of it. I've been like decorating it a little bit more. But I really do enjoy like my new laptop, or my new actual tower PC. Hopefully now not gonna have any problems. I got something really good so I can stream like really I can probably stream Elden Ring, guys. We can probably stream Elden Ring. Finally. But we're gonna test Wilds tomorrow. And if we can run Wilds and OBS and everything else that we need to run, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. So, man, but I've been dealing with like a lot in the background of things. Yeah, I don't think I can make this any bigger, can I? Yeah, I can't. The only thing I could do then... Oh, that's the wrong... Hold on, I'm trying to move this out a little bit more. There we go. We might put some different wings. So we have like webbed winging, and then we're gonna hash slinging. Yeah, we're gonna have the web winging and the hash slinging slasher. That's what we're gonna do. But yeah. So I don't know really what planning for streams are gonna be. I do want to start doing Tuesday streams again. And maybe those Tuesday streams are also gonna be like art streams. I was planning on making it be like like I'm trying to remember, like working on comic stuff, but right now I'm kind of trying to take a break from it, um and just chill out and relax with it a little bit more. um I do have 8, 9, and 10 kind of planned out, like thumbed out, but I kind of want to redo them a little bit. Um, because once chapter 10 of the comic comes out, it's gonna go on a hiatus. For a really long time. Because I kind of want to rework some things. Maybe not rework things completely, but because I do like how it is right now and I don't really want to change that much, but on my website that is going to turn into a whole archival system instead. And then I'm going to be actually posting the entirety of the comic on like Webtoon and Tapas and Globix Comics, I believe, is the other name of it. Now, the thing is that I'm going to have to change some things, because I do believe with 2 of the characters, because of the way they look, I have to like cover it up. So that is going to be uncensored on the website, but it's probably going to be censored on like Webtoon and Tapas. Because their like hips are showing. Their hips, and you can kind of see their butt, and I think that that's not allowed on Webtoons or on Tapas, or even on Globix. I have to check, but that's like one thing about that kind of stuff. I am still like scared and nervous to like be posting on there and stuff, because I think I wanted to make it like only be on my website, but then I'm like, you know what? I need to let it go and I need to post elsewhere, because like if I don't post elsewhere, then it's like I feel like no one's gonna like really hear much about it. And yeah, it's about my VTuber lore, but I also made it into a complete story and stuff, and a lot of world building, and it's like it's not just VTuber lore anymore. It's so much more than that. And I kind of just want to post it out, and if it ends up being my only webcomic I post out, cool. But I slowly realized as I started making it, it's like I didn't really want to do a webcomic. I wanted to do a book, and I instead made a comic, and yeah. So like part of me is also thinking about maybe just writing it into a book instead, but who knows. I want to make it still into a webcomic because I've gotten this far. So might still work on it to be a comic, and then just like see where it goes from there. But I do want to spend some time really like backlogging a lot of chapters, so that then by the time I'm posting on like Webtoon and stuff, it's already like several hundred chapters ahead, so I can take breaks more often and be able to not end up with burnout as I have been. Because there's just been so much on my mind and stuff like that, and it's causing me to basically mentally break down a lot. So we're trying to back it up, trying to back it up a little bit, and be in a better state of mind. I usually don't like kind of talking about this stuff because I feel like it's bad for me to be talking about it with you guys and putting it on you, and that you have to think about this. It's like I don't want you to think about it. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do better for myself. It's a lot to try and remember that the first part of making art and being a creative is to rest, is to take breaks, and is to kind of like get a break from it, and maybe do other things like creating a Furby or something like that, doing other stuff besides what you're working on, and just taking a moment and a step back from what you're doing, and just kind of relax a little bit. So that's what I've been doing and trying to do for the most part. And yeah. I'm gonna change these ears because they're kind of like getting in the way. They're getting in the way. You know what? No ears. No, I gotta have ears here to kind of know. There. Because I want to know where to place the wings. I think that that's good. At least for like feathered wings. We're not going crazy here. They're just supposed to be here. I don't want to go crazy with stuff because then that's going to be a little bit like burdensome to like work on. I don't know when this model will come out for people to be able to use. I'll just be working on it here and there in the background. Maybe we'll work on it on streams sometimes. So if you see it and you see me working on it, then come join and you'll see me be working on it. We might even do this live 2D, doing live 2D on stream a little bit here and there. Please be patient with me with live 2D because even I mess up a ton. I mess up so much. It just happens. Is how it be. You mess up. There was one other one I wanted to put on here, and I can't remember. So we kind of have like webbed winging, hash slinging. Sorry, I don't know why I keep thinking that. Like the web slinging, the hash slinging, the hash slinging slasher. I don't know. That comes to mind so much. But what else do I want to do? I'm trying to think of a multitude of possibilities that people will use this for. Oh, we could add horns. Sorry if like the hand like spurts here and there. It's me like moving my my pen away from the drawing tablet and then putting it back, and sometimes I'm not putting it back in the right place and it kind of like sputters about. So just leave it be. But yeah. So let me turn that off. And then I think we'll go and do some horns. Because why not? Well, horns, antlers. We'll probably do a small variety. The reason that I want to do a small variety is because I don't want to be doing like, again, wait, the more you add, the more you have to rig. And I don't want to make it too extreme to where it's gonna take like a really long time. Like for example, the Suika model that I believe everyone has seen it by now. That, I think she said it took her like 2 years, because I remember her working on it. She had talked about working on it, I believe like a year ago, and she said she was like halfway or something. So yeah. So that took like 2-ish years. So I'm not gonna be surprised that this might take me a year or two, considering that, you know, even though that it's a Furby model, you would think like, oh, well, that's not going to take you very long. Well, there's other stuff that I'm working on too, right? There's other things, you know, I'm also working on, I got another commission to do, and then I'm going to be done with commissions for this little commission slot that I had open. And then I'm going to be thinking about what I kind of want to do. And I might go back to working on my comic a little bit, and also taking breaks to do other art stuff in between. Any other like little projects that I might have as well. Just kind of like, yeah. The one terrible thing about being a content creator and an artist is there's so much that you want to do, and then you get paralyzed because you want to do like so many things, and then you forget about what you really want to do, what you want to focus on. So you try and do everything, and then as soon as you try and do everything just kind of comes crumbling down. What do I want to? You know what? I'll do different sets of horns. So I'm gonna call these Oni horn. Oh, but I will say, like, the one thing also with, like, a lot of content creation as well is, uh, right now, like, my main YouTube channel that I've been kind of, like, working on, because I decided to have the VODs channel, that originally was, like, my main channel to just be the VODs archiving channel, and then having the main channel be like shorts and other things. And yeah, I know that that channel is not going really well, and I think it's just more of like, I think I'm biting off a lot more than I can chew personally, because, you know, I'm trying to make like a comic. I'm trying to make to work on, basically working on a channel, which I'm gonna be honest out here, there's a reason that some people like there's a reason that some people just like have one channel and then they just like only make videos for that channel, because trying to run multiple channels is really hard unless you have like an editor of some sort. And I just have little old me. I just have me. And, you know, I wish I could have, you know, it's a more of a thing of like, you need a lot of, I think you need to either one, know what you're really doing, or two, focus on like one thing. And I think for me, I just like focusing on so many other things that I forget what I should be focusing on, you know? Oh!
Blarg.
Sweet Potato, welcome in, and thank you for the resub. Now we got 2 potatoes. Man, I've been like dealing with a lot, and I think like even still, I'm gonna be honest, I've been doing content creation or like streaming for, I would say, I've been streaming for 4 years. Almost 4 years, because it's gonna be 4 years when I do my 2.0. But I haven't really buckled down and doing content creation until like, I would say 3 years. Like, actually really buckled down doing it. I think like more doing it a little bit more in the past 2 years. So I'm still learning. And I think like I'm just really hard on myself. They always say artists are their worst critics. And yeah, that couldn't be further from the truth. Because a lot of the times we are very, very much our own worst critics. Because we just want, you know, and my little mind is always like, I always am comparing myself to other people, and I always feel like, oh, I should be doing more. Like with my comic, I'm like, oh, I should be coming out with my comic more often. And I'm like, bro, I'm the only person doing it. I can't do that. If I was solitarily working on my webcomic for like, who knows how long, you know, maybe. But I see plenty of people that have like at least 2 or 3 people that are working on it, like working on the comic with them. And it's like me, it's just me. And then it's like, I'm the only one doing like my content creation, my promotional stuff, my commissions, all that sort of stuff. So it's like, as much as I love being a one-man band, it seems that it is finally come to a head that it is all mentally coming crashing down. But it's okay. I'm taking stuff off my plate, working bit by bit, trying to plan more things out and just be like, hey, do this then do this, and do this and that, and kind of like give myself more time and space between things so that then I can actually have days off and be able to relax and not just be like thinking about the next content, thinking about this, thinking about that. And I think like as a content creator, you do need to be thinking about like your next content, but it has gotten so bad to the point where it's like mentally just paralyzes me, and that's no good. And that's no good. So those are okay. So these are all those, but I want to make antlers as well. I can't do antlers right, so excuse me as I do terrible antlers. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I wish it was like how it was back in the day, where you could just stream and everything would pretty much be fine, and then then you could like maybe upload some of your stuff over onto like other platforms. Why do they look like why do they look like mittens? They look like little mittens. It's not what I wanted. There we go. That works. That works a little bit better for antlers. Might also wanted. Well, I guess the small horns would be fine for like if someone wanted a cow, I guess. So small antlers. Then we're gonna do medium antlers. I do different sizes just because people might want different sizes. Yeah, content creation, art, and everything in between can kind of become like a little much if you just don't know what you're doing or give yourself time to do it. So that's why I'm like really kind of taking like a big step back from. I might even also take a break during April as well and just like not work on the comic either in April. Also because like I kind of want to focus on working on 2.0 stuff, and I kind of feel like I need to take some time to just do that and focus on that a little bit. And if I feel like it, maybe we'll work on comic things, like maybe sketching out the next thumbnails for the next few chapters or something like that, because I do want to rework some stuff, so we can like take a day to do that. And it's like, hey, you know what, this day we'll just do that and we'll just work on that day, and then we'll just have fun and I think it's just like I forgot how to have fun with content. And I think as a content creator, like sometimes, yeah, some of the things that you do you might not like have some fun with because maybe it might be stressful. Even in working on commissions, sometimes I have a lot of stress. I totally did not break down and cry during some of mine. Oh god. Honestly, I think I am going to need to take a break from doing commission work for a bit. Or if I do, I am not doing VTuber models. I am doing other things. I'm gonna do like maybe emotes or other artwork and stuff. I need a break from live 2D rigging apparently. I need a break. But we might work on like other things that I kind of have planned. I need to write. The problem is that I have so many ideas and I forget to write shit down, and I need to write it down. I need to write all that shit down or else I'm gonna forget it. You know what? Turn this on, but turn it down. Hold on. There we go. Now it doesn't look like something else. There we go. Antlers. Totally antlers. And then I'm gonna turn this down. And then do big antlers. Big. I'm trying to name everything so that then when I go in to actually do everything, that at least it's already named and I don't have to remember what everything is. Because one thing in like Live 2D is like, yeah, you don't want to see what my earlier art meshes were like. I like never named anything correctly because I didn't know like how it was supposed to be. And everything always got named to art mesh and then just a number value, and I was like, why is it doing that? It's named. It's because you have to do you have to like name it what it's gonna be. And it has to be all one word. You can't do spaces, you can't do underline or underlining, and you can't do dashes. It has to be all one word. And I'm like, wow, I've been doing stuff for how many years now and I just figured that out? The things that people in Live 2D, like Live 2D people do not teach you, like a lot of stuff that people do not teach you is baffling. Actually, I asked a question on I believe it was on both Twitter and Blue Sky, but only one person responded, which was, you know, okay, keep your secrets then, I guess. Which was, I asked and I was like, hey, what file size, like how big do you make your VTuber files? So like when I'm making like the models and stuff here. And I was like, how big do you make it? And only one person responded. People liked it, but only one person responded, which told me a lot more about VTubing people than it did about anything else. And they said, oh, well, I usually make mine about like 4K. And I'm like, okay, 4K. So that's like, it's 4,000 pixels by 4,000 pixels. This one, I will tell you right now, this is 10,000 by 8,000. This is because my PC can handle it. If your PC cannot handle it, then do like, you know, do 4K or maybe do for like 5 or 6K or something like that. But one thing that no one has ever talked about when it comes to VTuber or like making VTuber models, because I hear a bunch about rigging, right? When it comes to VTuber models, I rarely see anyone tell you exactly what file size you should use. And when I started VTubing or making VTuber models, it just told me, well, make them big. Okay. How big is big? How big is big? And almost every single one never said how big was. So I'm gonna tell you, big needs to be 4K. And the reason being is because 4K is the biggest resolution size that you should ever make a VTuber model. So this is like gonna be like really weird to talk about without like kind of telling you. So in VTube Studio, there is like a whole bunch of things at the top, but there's one particular thing at the top that's called a texture atlas. Oh, let me like. This thing. Oop, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. But this thing is, if you've ever done 3D before, this is the same as is the same as a UV map. So it's the same as a UV map. And it's basically all these layers on like a little map. All of them like separated up. So you would have your fubry base, you would have maybe your feet here, maybe an ear, whatever. However you lay it out, it doesn't really matter. And you can have like separate UV maps or separate texture atlases, and you can name them. For my 2.0, I believe I did head, body, hair. So they were all on different ones. But the point is that all of these should be 4K. Especially if you're dealing with like a full body model, or even like a half body model. But like for a furby model, these are supposed to be like about this big. So usually 2K would be fine as well on these. So yeah, it just depends on how you kind of want to go about it, and depends what your computer can handle. But if you want it to be 4K, you have to make the actual model file in Clip Studio or in Photoshop. So in Photoshop or Clip, you have to make your actual file before going in here 4K. Because then you won't end up with many issues. One issue that was happening on one particular model was, for some reason, some stuff was pixelated. And I couldn't figure out why. And I think it was that particular thing needed to be very big. So it needed to be like really, really big. Yeah, I got most of it working. I just don't have my VTuber model up because of stuff. Aw, and thank you for the resub. Like big things, yeah. But I'm mainly just like I'm explaining like some stuff with like VTuber models and stuff. But yeah, you need your stuff to be 4K in whatever art program you're using, and then you can bring it over and put it in these texture atlases at 4K. And then that's going to be read by VTube. So yeah. But there was a problem with the pixelation. I don't know what it was exactly. So I see the difference. Oh, you see the difference of how nice it's looking? Do you want to know what it's running at? I can now run at 60 frames per second. We're running at 60 frames per second, boys. I could probably actually up my bit rate, but I mean, like, I think what it is right now is fine. In theory, eyes in theory can't see past what, 32 or something? 30. Technically 30, but yeah. Eyes can notice a difference between 30 and 60, but it can't notice a difference between 60 and 90. And it can't also notice a difference between 60 and 100 or 60 and 200. And actually, if you go up at a higher frame rate, your mind and your eyes will start saying that actually it's wrong. So eventually things that are going at really high frames per second actually will start looking to you like as if it's going at 24 frames per second because your eyes can't be able to adjust to it. So in theory, 60 frames a second is all you need. We don't need to be running at like 100 frames per second. But anyways, let me turn that off, that little explanation off. Let me put all these antlers under antlers. Yeah, Uncanny Valley stuff. Yeah, it can go into Uncanny Valley. I think it's more of... It starts... I think it just, like, starts looking a little too... It just starts looking a little too past... Yeah, it starts looking a little too past realism. Oh, by the way, ads are going to be coming up in a minute. No, there's nothing I can do to stop it. I just hope that you guys enjoy it while you can. And probably while the ads are playing, I'm going to probably play the Be Right Back screen. And I'm going to go I'm going to stretch and go to the bathroom and go and take my break. We might go like another hour or so. I'm still trying to get back into streaming. It's been a bit. I've been actually doing a lot of posture check. Thank you for the posture check. I've actually been doing a lot of working on some like YouTube videos and scripts. So I've been kind of like trying to go into YouTube videos and stuff. And actually a lot of people have been saying like, hey, yeah, you should like kind of get used to doing like videos and how to talk to yourself and stuff. And I'm like, good, I do that all the time. It's to keep up a conversation. I don't know. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy our new Be Right Back screen, by the way. So I'm gonna go. Ads are gonna play in a second. And I gotta go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. So let me go and give us our new Be Right Back screen.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Hello. Hi. Apparently we got a raid. Hold on. Let me make sure that this goes correctly. Okay. For some reason, no, it doesn't. I hate that. Great. Well, now I know that that doesn't work. I moved over to a new mix it up bot, and it seems like some stuff just isn't working right. Well, I'm gonna have to contact Rufus about that later. What the heck? Hey, how's it going? It's going good. Hi, Sin. How was your stream? I was kind of lurking in there earlier. I was like, for some reason I thought you were playing Wilds, but then I read the actual title and I was like, oh, you're playing World, because you can't play Wilds. Then I feel that. It was good. I got killed by B5. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I've gotten I think I got carded by them a few times. It took me like 3 tries to get the seething basil geese down. Oh my gosh. I finally got the seething basil geese. Like I believe it was like on stream for the 3rd try. It's a work in progress right now. Yeah. But sorry, hello raiders. I am not usually a disembodied hand. Normally I'm a full-on VTuber, but today we're just doing some drawing. This is my first stream back to streaming after getting a new PC and a few other things. I just really needed to take a little bit of a mental break, and even still I'm kind of thinking of maybe taking another mental break during probably like before before I debut my 2.0. But if you guys do want to chillax as we continue on making this customizable Furby, you can. We're also probably going to be working on some other art as well, and we're just going to be going for like another hour or so. I'm still trying to get back into streaming because it's been a bit, and you know, a lot of things have been happening. But yeah, if you want to come in, chill and relax, you can, and enjoy some chaos. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Sin, thank you so much for the raid. I do hope that you enjoyed all of the fun in World. Glad to have you back. I am glad to kind of be back. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I like kind of had an impression of like just go into this streaming and just be like, you know what? Anything that can go wrong will probably go wrong, and just kind of deal with the flow of it. I think like just go with the flow. Gonna lurk for a bit and have fun. Thank you so, yeah, go and lurk, go and relax. I know how much streaming can be on somebody, so please go and take care of yourself. And same to any of your raiders. You know, I hope that you guys are also taking care of yourself. And just go relax. Take care of yourself. Take care of oneself. Make sure you're well taken care of as we continue on with this. Oh, weird. I don't know why. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I looked down at my stream deck and I was like, huh, that's weird that it's doing that thing. But note to self, figure out why that doesn't work right. I think I need to put a $sign on the other end of it. I have a feeling. Oh, we're joined by a munchkin. My little puppy has joined us. She's in her little spot. One day, puppy cam. Now that I have a PC, maybe puppy cam. Where we can have a little camera over the pupperinos. But For now, no. But I will say I might end up using that camera also for hand cam streams. So it might be changing back and forth. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. But I'm like trying to remember of kind of what I want to make more of the customability. So for those that are probably joining, I make Furby models for people, and I just decided, you know what, since a lot of people are commissioning me to make Furby models, I'm gonna just make my own customizable one. So for those that, because unfortunately I am upping my commission prices for these Furby models, so for those that are, you know, want to still get a Furby model from me but probably don't want to pay as much as it is for a commission price, then you can have this one that you can fully customize to whatever you want to be. So yeah, I'm trying to put as much as I can on it. It's probably going to still be very limited because it is like has some settings to it. So here's like a few things that I am going to go through right now. So we have wing customability. It's not like done yet. These are just sketches. So you have like webbed wings. Maybe I could add a tail. I think that tail would be too much. I think like Furbies don't need tails. They don't have tails. Human tails? Humans don't have tails. They have big fat bottoms and wearing baggy shorts and run around saying, "Hi, Ellen." If you do not know what that is from, go and watch Fern Gully. If you do not know what that is from, go and watch Fern Gully. You will have fun. Fern Gully is really great. Also, you can and will be simping somehow, or not simp. You will somehow be shrimping for the Goo Man. The Goo Man? I forget what he's called. But yeah, you will be simping for them. Don't worry about it. Really don't. We have octopus Furby. You know, like the cursed Furbies that you see. So I was like, you know what? Make cursed Furbies. We have flipper feet. I don't know why I decided on flipper feet. I don't know. We can also apply claws to the feet. Because why not? And then, you know, plenty of ear variety here. Roundish ears. I don't know why it made the round ears look like Mickey Mouse, but we're gonna just leave that. And then different fluffy inside customability. It's a lot to make a customizable model, but it's fun. It's also fun. It's something that I've been thinking about doing, and I think like doing a Furby model or a Chibi model is kind of like easier on me because it's not like a whole lot of art that you're doing. You're not doing like a whole bunch of different things. So yeah. Also doing kind of customability of whether or not it has a patch here or not. Yeah. Technically, I'll even allow people to like customize the art mesh. Customizing the art mesh just means that they can kind of go in there, and if they want to, they can just do like a multicolored, like they could do like a multicolor patch here. If it's something like not too, if it's not like they can't do a solid color, then it's like, oh well, I like have a gradient or something. Then like people can kind of do that stuff and customize it to their heart's content. Oh, keep the body. We have horns and a variety of different sizes. So this goes up to like really big. And antlers, which you just came in on of me working. I was thinking about doing tails. We're not doing human tails. We're not doing tails. But yeah. We also do have some customability on the face as well. Here, where is it? Faceplate. Here we go. There's also like, I'm gonna add like little marks that you can put. So a heart, a mole, like I have a mole on this side. So yeah. I might even make it that you can take the eyelashes off, but honestly, I feel like that would be disingenuous to the Furby. Because the Furbies always have these luscious lashes. If you've never seen... Now, this is based off of like classic Furby. So we're talking about like 90s Furby. Because the newer Furbies that are coming out now are like, I would say that the Furbies that are coming out now, like the 2023 like revamp of them, uh is very cute, and how I believe they imagined they wanted to make the Furbies, but it ended up not working out right. And just go and look at like the classic early 2000s Furbies. If you've seen Mitchell's versus the Machines, you have seen these Furbies. um but these are the Furbies I grew up with. I actually used to have a Furby. But then when I was really young, I used to have Furby, and then I got lice. I got lice. And because Furbies, they said that Furbies were made with like, I don't believe this is true. I have to look it up, but a lot of the original Furbies were made with kind of realish fur or realish hair. So if you have lice, you're not supposed to be around things that have this, because then the lice could get into it, and then once your lice is gone, it could live on this thing for a while, and then you might get the lice back. So I couldn't do that. And I will say this much. I still have no idea to this day how I got lice. Because I don't remember. Because they're like, oh, well, you could get lice from like sharing people's hats or sharing people's brushes. And I'm like, I never did that. So there's just a large possibility that just the lice from one person jumped onto my head and then I had lice. So there's that. And I didn't even have like, I think I only had cats at the time. So, or it could be the cats. It could have been the cats as well. I could have brought it in. But yeah, so I had lice. Only once, and I never had it again, which is so weird. But yeah, I got lice during that Furby debacle, and also Furbies came out at the same time, and I had just gotten that Furby. I have no idea what has happened to that Furby. I think I gave it away because I ended up, the Furby never ended up working. Like, no matter what I did, the Furby didn't work. We changed batteries in it, it just never worked. So I never had a cursed Furby. I had the Furby that was fine. It just didn't work. Because you were supposed to like say, so the thing is, you could never speak English to it. You had to speak in a particular dialect to it. That is the only way that you could be able to like connect with these Furbies, is you had to talk to them in their native language. I'm an English only speaker. I don't know how I was going to pull this off. And I was like 10 or 11. So yeah, there was no way this was going to work. So what ended up happening? Well, I ended up never being able to, I guess, say the right words to wake the Furby up or be able to play with it correctly or anything like that. So we kind of just gave it away to like a neighbor or something. Because I didn't know what was wrong with it, and we kept changing batteries in it, and so yeah. So I don't have a cursed Furby story, unfortunately. All I do have is just a terrible story of how I got lice, and then I couldn't play with the Furby, and then when I finally was able to play with the Furby didn't work. and that's how it be. That's how it be. I mean, it could have gone much worse. Much worse could have happened. But I will say during like the 2000s and stuff, there was like a large call for like, definitely for people to have these like, not Furbies, but to have like electronic toys. And like even still electronic toys are still like really big today. But it was like electronic like for like friends, right? It seems like everyone's just like always still like going towards those. or like, you know, toy companies are. But the very interesting thing is like, you still get a lot of stories of these things, like, quote, being possessed. And I don't think that they were possessed. I think just none of the stuff worked right. I just don't think it worked right. Because I never hear much of those stories with, like, stuff nowadays. Except, like, if it's connected to the Wi-Fi or the internet, then it's like, oh, well, a hacker got in. That's pretty easy to explain. But most of the time, there was some weird stories with, like, just all kinds of things that were electronic toys at the time. But everyone always said, you know, I went to a holy religious school, so their answer was always, it has to be some sort of work from powerful things beyond our knowledge, you know. And I'm just like, maybe not. And some people told me like some interesting stories about their put the fluff on. But some people have told me some like very interesting stories about like their stuff that they had that ended up being kind of weird. It's kind of hard to describe because I forget what the name of them are. I think it was like the Zuzu hamsters. The Zuzu hamsters. If you don't know what these Zuzu hamsters were, if you watch, there's like a particular show on Netflix where it's like claymation and it's like all the cars and stuff are hamsters. Kind of think of that, but like these were just like hamsters. So it was basically the same concept and idea of Furbies. Like, oh, they all live in this like little village and they're all like hamsters and stuff. But like all the hamsters kind of like, I think they're like trying to mix like Furbies and like My Little Pony because it was like oh yeah, these hamsters, they live in this like magical area and they all have like these like little marks on their back that makes them special or whatever. And yeah, and you know, I loved that Zuzu for like a time being, but then I kind of like ended up getting rid of it because I was just like, one, I kind of was worried about probably having the possibility that it could be possessed. But two, I think also like I started like, because I never like really played with it either. I just kind of like, I think I liked the novelty of it. Right. Oh yeah, this is medium. I like the novelty of it more than anything. Oop, no. Putting the opacity up. Yeah, I don't like how it's ending. There you go. It's a little bit better. It's hard to tell because this is like, let me just like bring this down a little bit more. There we go. That's easy. Now it's easier to tell. Oh my gosh. This hamster. This Furby looks crazy. This Furby looks like a bad scientist. I guess that's the point though. You know? Okay. So, and then the last one I need to do is this. But yeah, I had a lot of interesting toys, like, as a child. And maybe if I do a hand cam stream again, I will probably show you guys one of my oldest toys that I have that is still somehow holding on. Like, I've had this toy since I was 2. And I still bring it, like, almost everywhere that I go. I go on a vacation, it's going on a vacation with me. So, it's actually been around the world, this toy. Believe it or not, it has actually been around the entirety of the world. So, one day I'll show you guys. Yeah, this Furby kind of keep looking crazy. Good. That's the purpose of it. Oh, sorry. No, Leia. No, there's no... I have my my armchair, because this is like it's like an office chair that has like an arm on it, and it's over the desk, and I knocked into the desk when I was laughing. Sounded like someone knocking on our front door. My dog now thinks there's somebody at the front door. Oh, poor Pupperinos. She doesn't know. It's okay. I'll leave her be to her own devices. I think we'll draw in these horns and antlers, and maybe the wings. I think I'm gonna debate on the wings a little bit more before kind of going into them. But again, we might work on this like next week as well. But I kind of want to like draw a little bit of kind of work on this a little bit. I actually don't think I need this pose here anymore. But what I'm gonna do is do this, and then do this, and turn this stuff off. There's a reason I'm making it smaller, but I just have like some ideas with this. But yeah. Let me just save and save this. I will say though that this new Furby model base is probably going to help me to make the last Furby commission that I have. So they're going to get the whole new base. Yippee to them. Sometimes I just do that. Every time, sometimes I like change a few things with the models a little bit with each commission, especially if it's from a base. I might like tweak it sometimes here and there because it's like, you know, stuff has improved. I've improved. So why not improve everything? So yeah. So let me just copy this. Oh. There we go. Copy. There we go. I know I still haven't done the mouth yet either. For the beak. I will say, one thing with like this V hand here, I might do like no mic. If I do no mic streams, this is so much better because then you can hear just the subtle brushes of me working on, because it actually makes sounds. You can kind of hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. It might the music might be a little loud, but I guess if I need to, I'll turn up stuff. But anyways, oh, by the way, tomorrow, for the Monster Hunter Wild stream, I know this is like for tomorrow stuff, but for tomorrow, just so everyone knows, if you do want to join, you have to already have been part of the Discord for some time. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I don't want random people coming in. Because I've heard some bad things happening with some people being not very nice to streamers or other people that are streaming Monster Hunter. Especially Monster Hunter Wilds. It seems like it's not happening with World, it's just happening with Wilds. And I know why. It's just weird. I'll figure it out, and we'll just go through it. So it'll mainly only be community. So, and if the person just tries to join in the Discord immediately, it's like, no, man. No. Get out. It's like, you can't just join via that. So if people do want to join, I will send only to the people that I know. Think of it like a sub-only kind of thing. And I just want to do that just to make sure that we don't get any random people in. But that is a thing for tomorrow. Alright. All the horns are done. Horns and antlers are done. Body, faceplate. Should probably just call this mouth. It sounds weird, but you know what? Mouth sketch. So then I can just lower the opacity on it and then just say mouth. There you go. Alright. And then we need to do beak. Oh, this needs to be beak. Well, beak top. There we go. So beak bottom. Big top. And then we're gonna do the teeth.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Hello, Raiders. Welcome in, welcome in. I am R-Creates. I am an artist and variety creator that also has a VTuber model. And this is George, my associate. Don't listen to them. They are just a chaotic little frog. But welcome in, Raiders. Shoutouts are not working right, so... the shoutout isn't working right. Rufus, it does this. It does that. But hello, Raiders. Hello, Raiders. What the heck? I plead the fifth. Shush, George. Panic. I know. I think it's just I messed up with some things. I've never used Mix It Up, so. Oh, remove the dots? Oh, is that it? Okay, let me like, I can quickly fix this. I can quickly fix it. I can do this. Where is it? What? Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Remove the dots. There are no dots. Wait, what? There are... Well, that one doesn't have a dot. Okay, maybe... Oh, this one does. Hold on. Move that. And then... Then remove that. No, I removed the dots. I got it. I got it. Let me see if this works. We're gonna try it again, Rufus. Okay, interesting. Maybe I need to put a space. Maybe I need to put a space. Why doesn't it say the user? It says... I mean, at least it does the target use. Oh, it's username. I'm an idiot. User name. There we go. Don't space. Target user. Oh, user. Oh my god. I literally spent so long trying to set this up. You don't want to know. It took me like an hour because I was just dumb. But the funny thing is, when I had tried it before, it actually did work. It like said everything. I was like, wait, what the heck? All right, we tried it again. Yes! I don't know why it doesn't at you, but that's okay. I guess. That's weird. All right, well, we'll just leave that. I just wanted... Did you shout out yourself? I think I tried shouting at a bot, but I think if it oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I thought it worked, because I just shout out myself. And then I thought it worked, and it doesn't work. That's not how it works. No. Look, there's been a lot of thing. Because user normally grabs the person who uses the command. Yeah, that's true. That's why I thought it was right. I think that's why. Yeah, mix it, so with mix it up, you have to put in, like, all the stuff. With the previous bot that I used, it was like BikuBot, and BikuBot actually had like a drop-down menu, and then you could like literally pick from the menu. So that's why it was like easier. And I'm like, mix it up. Why don't you just do the same thing? Why do you have to set it up this way? It doesn't make any sense. But hey, you know what? Works now. Works now. I have too many hours in Mix It Up. I know you do. I have too many hours in BQBot. You don't want to know. But but thank you so much for the raid, Rufus. How I know that you were playing Repo earlier. How's Repo been? I've been seeing everyone else playing it, and I'm just over here in the corner crying. May I ask why the switch? So BikuBot I originally used to make George talk. So it was to make George talk. But now I use VTS Pog instead to make George talk. So I have a different bot for that now. We lost our nerves. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. All the grand clips I've been seeing from that is just absolutely amazing. Maybe it's best I'm not on Repo. I feel like I just break everything. I feel like I'd break so many things. I'm like, part of me wants to play it, but part of me just goes, do not leave me with any vases or diamonds or anything that is shatterable in an easy way. I will break everything. I might just also throw shit at the monsters and run. So I'm not gonna be that helpful. I know, and I can't hide in the truck either. That's the bad thing. I can't hide. I can't hide anything. Oh, such a sad, sorry state of me. So, I'm a coward. I'm a very big coward. That's why I don't want to play it. But at least you chilled out with some web fishing. I mean, that's pretty good. Web fishing is always a good time. At least you can hide from the monsters. That's true. Web fishing ended stream. It made me so... Yeah. Web fishing does. I feel like web fishing is like a good ending stream. Just or if you just really, really want a chill stream. Web fishing is always good. Good start to stream? I guess so. Web fishing can also be a good start, and then you go in the chaotic randomness. Oh yeah, there was another thing I wanted to do with the teeth. Hold on. I wanted to add another set. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Yeah. We're making a customizable Furby for people. So I'm trying to like think of everything. One problem about thinking about everything is that you have to put in a lot of stuff. There we go. It looks very crazy, but it's okay. It needs to look a bit wacky before it gets, like, solidified to be what it needs to be. Yeah, but how was stream, Rufus? How was stream? I hope everything was good. Besides getting too sleepy with besides breaking friendships and then getting too sleepy by creating more friendships. I feel like web fishing is really like great to bring people together, and then repo is just how you tear everybody apart. It was good. I'm glad it was good. No friendship was made. Aww. Aww. Well, at least then you can't tear it apart because then no friendship was made. Can't lose something you don't have. Bro. Man, I just emotionally damaged myself with that. I just gave myself psychological damage. No, not just psychological. Emotional damage. Oh my gosh. Muse had to play solo though. It was their first time. No! Why you do that? Why you do that to poor Muse? No! You can't leave poor little Muse like that. The only time I trust a Muse to be alone is in like Lethal Company. Like at least so far from what I've but like Repo, bro, I'd be scared and I'm a coward. I just leave without you guys. Oh, but I can't leave in that game until you finish the thing. That's so I hate that. I would hate that so much because you have to finish the you have to finish your stuff before you do that. I forget what it's called. Or your quota. You have to finish the quota before you do that. Why was I completely blanking on what that was? Look. Not that smart. Oh. This is all done out. It was done outside of the folder. Go in your folder. Stay there. There we go. But yeah, I think so far we're done. I might think of more things to add, and I might have you guys give some input on what more could be added. I might limit it. I might limit it on a few things. But yeah. So for right now, this is pretty much done. So let me save it, and then we're gonna close out of this. And then we're gonna kind of work on this a little bit. Since my 2.0 is coming out soon, I kind of want to do like a little bit more art for it. I do have some other art that I am working on as well in the background for some holiday art. There's gonna be a very interesting Easter art post that might come up, so don't worry about it. And no, it's not me in a bunny suit. Don't worry about it. It's not me. But there will be somebody in a bunny suit. Big hat. Ooh, I was thinking about adding accessories, but I don't know if I want to add accessories. Also, I died, that's why Muse was alone. Yeah, that makes sense. To be fair, I feel like if I'm left alone because everyone dies, I would just be like, I shall join you all. I'm not finishing this alone. Or who knows? Who knows? Oh no, it was the musket guy. You got no, not the musket guy. No. About there. Oop. You know what? I could actually do this in that color. I need to actually plan this out a little bit better. There we go. There we go. I don't know if anyone, I don't know if anyone knows about, like, religion and stuff, but I'm kind of basing this a little bit on some holy, Mother Mary statues. If you look at, like, Mary statues in that of, Catholicism, you'll see, like, a lot of them have these kinds of poses. Me. Oh, that's true. You are a cleric, Rufus. But yeah, these are, and I'm kind of basing this a little bit off of like religion. Actually, a lot of in the comic, in the Art of Chaos, I have like a lot of, at least with the first main area of the Storm arc, which we'll be finishing soon. That area is actually mainly based on Catholicism because I was raised around Catholicism. I'm not a part of Catholicism anymore, but I do use it a lot as references. So if you ever hear me, like, or even in the writing, like, kind of think, that seems a little bit like Catholicism, it's because I was mainly raised around it, and it kind of has impacted me in somewhat when kind of also building a little bit of religion and culture into the world. It's not completely referencing it. It is more of like kind of little sprinkling of some ideas, but then changing it into my own kind of way. So yeah, I like having fun and experimenting. And I've always kind of liked people taking, you know, religious art pieces and then like revamping it into their own way. Like I've seen a ton of people doing like the fallen angel like pose artwork with like different characters and different fandoms and stuff, and I absolutely love that. So I like doing it too. So that's what this kind of is, kind of going into. And I actually have, let me open this up really quickly. Go over here. I think, open this, open that. I have like a few things. Let me see. Here we go. I have a few like Don't ask about some of these. Turn that off. Don't ask about some. Some of them are funny. But I was like kind of sketching some ideas for like just different ideas for different stuff. This is the one that we're currently working on. But we have like a few other ones. I know it doesn't like make sense because they're just like thumbs like this, but it was just like to brainstorm some drawing ideas for future. I just thought that this would be a little bit easier for me, so that then I can go, hey, you know what? I kind of want to do like this one. So then I can just grab this and then open up a new file and enlarge it, and it's like, okay, I already have like a composition down. So it's like experimenting with compositions before actually doing the composition. And then I might even still take this and do some thumbs of them in the actual file, and then whichever one I like, I'll just blow up, and that's the one I'll work on. So, yeah. Right now, we're kind of doing this one, but I found like a better pose for it, so kind of ended up looking like this. And I'm just gonna have some fun. But yeah. I kind of want to get started into like actually drawing full art pieces again, because the only time that I've been drawing full art pieces is like for the comic, and I've been like, just because of the comic, I've been so burnt out on doing my own art pieces. So that's why you haven't really seen much from me in terms of art pieces very much, because I've been very burnt out to draw. So I mean, this coming together was just grand, and I love it. So yeah. And I can't wait to literally debut this model. I'm literally so excited. I'm so excited with how everyone has been. I'm so happy that we actually did get the model reveal. Like, it did go through, like, we revealed the full model. I'm so happy. I still have that pinned as, like, my main thing. I don't know why, I just do. But anyways, I don't. Sometimes my brain works faster than my mouth does, or sometimes my mouth works too fast and my brain doesn't really know what it's supposed to be saying. My brain works hard here. My brain works very hard here, okay? Actually, I want to see. I don't think I should show that. Oh yeah, but one art piece that I did make that like really kind of started making me go back into doing full color was this one. Pie Girl, which I drew for Pi Day, which is 3.14. And my mom was the one that came up with the brilliant idea to put a chalkboard behind her with all of the number pi written out. I was like, that's such a brilliant idea. Also, this skirt is actually a real skirt you can get from a small business. I forget what their name is though. I have to look it up. But they did design an actual like pie thing like this. And I love chocolate silk pie, so I did that pie. But also she has, of course, the symbol pi everywhere. So so it was like 2 pies in one, and I thought that it would be really funny. And yes, I did give her nerd glasses and I gave her some stuff, okay? I wanted to make her cute, and she ended up being very, very cute, and I absolutely love her, and giving her this like beautiful little Lolita style dress, or well, technically it's an overall skirt. And then I gave her some really nice heels. I don't know why, but she gives me Monster High vibes. If anyone knows Monster High, she gives me very much Monster High vibes. But like after I finished drawing her, I remembered like how nice it was to just draw for yourself. So that's what I'm starting to do. And I like kind of forgot how to have fun with drawing. So I'm going to be probably doing more of this and more of like, drawing, of course, my own model as 2.0 model as well. And just kind of remind myself it's okay to draw for myself. And I don't have to always be like hunkered down working on the comic 24/7. Oh my gosh. Though I do have some ideas for maybe doing some character lore designs and just sketching out some stuff here and there. But we're just going to sketch stuff. It's not going to be finalized. It's not going to be final. But yeah, let me save. But yeah, I have like some ideas here and there for stuff. I'm gonna stretch. I know no one redeemed it, but I gotta stretch. No. Oh my gosh, there's something in my eye too. I'm gonna lurk. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm probably gonna be going soon too. Stretch and a posture check. Thank you for the posture check. Save. I already saved. Hydrate. I shall hydrate. Actually, I'll hydrate with water too. Yeah, we do have a new hydration redeem. Save again. Alright. I'll save it again. I pushed the save button. Well, if you think you did, but you didn't. The great thing that I kind of love about Clip Studio is it actually tells you at the top if it's saved or not. So, if I, like, I don't know, turn this off, it actually has a little, it's hard to see, but on the X, it's now turned into a circle, and there's a little asterisk by whatever the name that you made the file was. So it literally is visually telling you, hey, you haven't saved. Don't exit out. You haven't saved this. And then when I save it, the asterisk goes away and there's an X and the X appears back. It's so nice because sometimes I do forget if I saved something or not. So I can literally come up here and literally check, did I save it? Oh, it has the little asterisk in the circle. Okay, it didn't save. So then I just press my save button and then I walk away. So yeah, that's really nice. And I do adore it a lot that it does that for me. Because if it didn't, oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm going to put this all under here really quickly. Maybe I could add this actually. Yeah, because I kind of want to redo this mouth area here. Go below here. And you're going in here. And you're turning down. There you go. No. There we go. I wanted to at least like put a frame around this today. That was my only goal for this, was like kind of just draw whatever. And you know, we can either work on the Furby or we could work this more tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. Again, I do want to bring Tuesday streams back. I have to see how I feel, but all art streams are probably going to run like this, where you have George here and you have my hand here. And no VTuber model. I'm probably just going to do this because most of the time with art streams and stuff, I want to focus more on like me talking and then, you know, me drawing with my hands and stuff, and maybe trying to draw. Thought I zoomed in. Alright. And then the other thing I kind of want to do is actually do the halo thing here. So technically the crown is supposed to be referencing a halo, but there's like, so the thing is technically there's two different types of halos when it comes to that of Christianity. There's the circular halo, and that one actually has its own name. I forget what it's called, but there's a circular one, and then there's another one that is a halo that is more representative of, like, you see a lot with like Greek mythology and a lot of past mythology, where it was like a halo of light behind their head. So the crown is supposed to be symbolizing that halo that's supposed to be technically behind the head, but it's actually in front of the head, like a crown. But the male model, from how I want it to be, that one's gonna be circular. Or I think I put it behind. I forget how I designed it. I think I put it behind. So her halo's in front and his halo's behind him. Fun things. Why do I know this stuff? Don't ask me. Sometimes I just know things that I probably don't need to know, and I know it anyways because I just do. And I don't need to. But I do anyways. But I still call it crown anyways. I don't know why. Oop. And then I need this one and that. How big is this one? Trying to like do this in a way that doesn't line up completely with this, with like the teeth. And then I need it a bit smaller for this one. And then a bit smaller for the next one. You know what, I might put it out here like I did here. So it has some like space. And then the big center one. No, not the credit card. By the way, there's an ad that's gonna play in like a few seconds. So I'm just gonna probably be quiet and like working on this. And then we might be ending stream afterwards. I'm still getting used to streaming, and I know that tomorrow we might stream a little long. I might put like a little thing. I can't hear George. What? Hold on a minute. Oh, why are you doing that? I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. It's actually the same for blurb audios too. Seems like there's a few things that are having a problem. Are we all back from ads? Going to put this actually underneath. Yeah. I can hear George, but I guess you guys on your end you can't. I know it's wrong. It's so OBS has its own little like sound plugin, which is application audio capture, and it looks like it doesn't like working. I'm going to riot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me see. It's funny because I can see that it works though. Oh, interesting. It's not connected. Interesting. Let me see. Properties. Oh, you know what I might have to do? I think what I didn't do was I didn't save it. Hold on. Hold on. There was like a way that I turned this on and I forgot. Was it this? No. Here. Audio. Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, no, it was me. It was me. I forgot to save that. So you're supposed to say, "Hey." Okay.
Test. A storm is checking in. To ensure check-in is complete, please give me your credit card.
You hear him now? We good? We Gucci? Cause I saw his little thing. My boy's back. Okay. Yeah. So in VTS Pog, I had to go into audio and remind it allow OBS application. Remind OBS application to allow it to audio capture. I think the reason that the TTS audio isn't working either is because that's not connected. Or not the TTS, the Twitch integrated throwing system isn't on either is because it's not connected because I didn't pull it up. We're not gonna pull it up for art streams anymore. I'm sorry. But for other stuff, you can have your go at it. At least for the foreseeable future, we're just gonna be using this hand here, and for art streams. But for
I'm
everything
free
else,
time to steal all the credit cards.
No, you're not free, George. I can still poke you. Poke, 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 poke. Poke, 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 poke. Poke, 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 poke. Poking the booty. Poking the booty. I don't know where I was going with that. Look. Look. Shush. Okay, why is that audio now not working? I love that sound alerts worked like once and then never again.
Oh yes, Daddy.
Well, I now know that blurp alerts work. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for that. Where model? So Jose, remember I don't have a phone stand or anything. So hand model it is.
Skill issue. Use duct tape.
I'm not using duct tape. I'm not gonna use duct. Is everyone saying duct tape? I don't have anywhere to put it even if I had duct tape. You also have to remember I have to keep the thing charged, Jose. I can't just like put it randomly anywhere. You're right. I could duct tape it to the stand, but that's not gonna work because it's not even holding it right. I might get just a regular old-fashioned phone stand. I don't know. You know the ones that like some people get that has like little bunny ears and stuff like that? I might just do that. Yeah. I just kind of want to see what this looks like. Yeah, this is, you know what? This is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is looking better than what I imagined it, okay?
If it's not working, then you're not using enough duct tape.
Okay, here's the other thing. Alright, everyone come close, come close. I don't have duct tape. I don't have duct tape. The one thing in this house, the house that's falling apart all of the goddamn time, I don't have duct tape. I have double-sided tape, but that double-sided tape is like not easy to remove compared to duct tape. You do not have duct tape. I don't have duct tape. Do you know what they call duct tape in other countries? Wait, I want you guys to know this. Do you know what they call duct tape in other countries? They call it American tape. They call duct tape American tape. Because we always be fixing with that duct tape. What is duct tape for? What is it actually for? I wish to know this. How do I not have duct tape? I ran out. I used too much, I ran out, and we never got more. I heard it called yeehaw tape. Oh my gosh. Yeehaw tape. Oh my god, I'm fucking crying. That is amazing. I love that it's been called yeehaw tape. You know what? I can't think of anything less. I understand. I understand. Anyways, I think I'm gonna be finishing. I'm getting tired, and I think that I want to kind of step away. And I want to go walk my dog. I got a few things I want to do, but tomorrow we're gonna do some Monster Hunter Wilds if anyone wants to join. It's only gonna be community joining. It's not gonna just be anybody that's random joining in. I do also appreciate all of the people that raided in and anybody that was that came in from the raids. I do appreciate you guys. All for this and all of the resubs that have been coming in. But then again, I haven't been streaming for like 2 weeks. So yeah. I will have my model tomorrow though. Because how I'm going to have it set up, I hope I will have my model tomorrow. If not, it'll just be a disembodied voice and George. Don't worry about it. It'll just be a disembodied voice. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's normal. This is normal. Anyways, let me see if we can find somebody to raid. I'm sure that there's plenty of people that I can find. It's been a minute since I've raided people. Mama, mama. Mama, mama. Mama, mama, mama. Who's this? Let me see. Anyways, I know who we're waiting. Sorry if I was quiet for a second. I know, sometimes I just become really quiet. I just super quiet sometimes. Little quiet me. But I will say, I have really been enjoying V-Hand here. And the other cool thing is that you get to hear me actually like drawing and stuff. I think this will be really great for when I want to do like no talking streams and just have it be this. And any no talking art streams, I might actually put onto the main channel as ASMR studies. Like study buddy stuff. So these VODs will probably, those kinds of VODs will probably be put onto the main channel. So I was thinking about that, you know, adding a few more things to the main channel, longer videos, you know. And it's like, hey, well, I'm already streaming, might as well record them. But yeah, maybe we'll work more on this next week. Maybe the Furby model too, as well. But without any further ado, we should probably raid. So let me, Jose, are you still here to get I hope command raid works. Can you test? Or you know what, I can test too. Let me make sure. No, I didn't have raid message. That's the one thing I forgot to add. No me. How dare me. Well. Oh, where are we gonna make it? When are we gonna make the message? I think we always go with Storm Raid, right? Storm Raid. I usually use like, here, let me see if there's like any through. I'm gonna try and find like a, like something like that we can use. That's like a free emote in like global emote that we can use. Oh my gosh, there's a fucking tornado. Who was gonna tell me there was a tornado that we could use? Excuse me? Why am I just learning about this? Who was gonna tell me we could use a tornado? There's literally a tornado emote. What? Oh my gosh, this is so great. Look at that. Look at that. That's gonna work so nicely. Cause like we're whirling in. We're whirling in here. Alright, let me get the rain going. Why do I do it like that? Why do I spell it like that? Alright. I got a raid going. I'm gonna get this raid. Everyone grab the raid message. And let me do that. Yippee! Yippee! Alright, so we're gonna go raid this lovely person. I know that we had a very short stream today, but I actually kind of want to start doing like shorter streams and try and get back into doing streaming a little bit. It's been a while. I kind of want to just get back into it myself. And I'm also gonna be probably putting like time limits on stuff, meaning like I'm gonna probably also have some, you know, saying like, hey, don't stream longer than this amount of time, just so that I don't get too tired and you know, I'm able to go and do some aftercare after stream and kind of do some other stuff, because I do have to go and do some other stuff. Oh, no, Jose, just to grab the raid message from earlier. Just here we go. Here, I'll just paste it here. Yeah, I have to fix that. I will fix that in my own time. Don't worry, it'll be here for tomorrow. Again, I knew that there were going to be some things that were wrong. It seems that it was the commands are a little funky. But yeah, so without any further ado, I just want to say thank you all so much for welcoming me back. It's been so nice to have this big, warm welcome back. And as I always say, may the winds guide you. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.